Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Filters in my first podcast. Thank you all for being here and supporting us. I just want to kind of give a little overview as to what this is all about. I think it's kind of important to do, especially on the very first podcast, right? So, this was actually a collaboration that was spawned by a Twitch message someone sent me after I did an interview with Sir Galahad in December. They sent me a message that kind of complimented my interview and asked me whether I had ever considered doing a podcast. Well, here we are today. I have my partner in crime, Infiltration, also known as Filter, that's what I call him, with me. There isn't anyone I could think more fitting than Filter to be my co-host. I feel quite honored that he's agreed to do this with me, and I don't know. I'm just so excited about this. I hope that this sparks a pretty long and exciting journey for the both of us, as well as for the community as a whole. Now, just a little preempt of me. Some of you guys know me, some of you don't. One of the things I've strived to do is give as much support as I could to everyone that I've met in real life as well as online. I started SWORTOR upon a suggestion from a dear friend of mine. I used to play League of Legends with. That's the very first game that I ever played. And I fell in love with the game at day one. That was in January of 2017. Now, what was funny is he told me he was going to play with me and teach me everything. Okay? Well, to be honest, that lasted a couple of hours, and he can even attest to that. So he only played with me for a couple hours. I remember him having artifice, and he made me a purple crystal because he asked me, "What's your favorite color?" So, anyways, I played with him for a couple hours, and what I ended up doing was going through the Inquisitor storyline on my Lightning Sword all the way to the end of game. I didn't have a guild, and I actually had no one to play with, so it was just me immersed in the game. The game that I had played prior to SWORTOR, so I started with League of Legends, went to World of Warcraft, and then I came to Star Wars. So I was familiar with the MMO process from being from World of Warcraft. So it was very easy to make that change if anybody has played World of Warcraft. Now, somehow I managed to beat Valen in a horrendous fight. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but there's this one fight. And I got to tell you, I died 15 plus times in that one fight alone. And it was frustrating. It was so frustrating for me. Oh my God. I would die over and over and over, and I would run and play a League of Legends game. Then I get frustrated, come back over here, and I'm like, I gotta beat her. So I ended up beating her, and oh my God. I can just tell you this. It's a fight that you fight her, and then all of a sudden, she's still alive. And you then fight Valkorion. So I don't know if you guys remember that fight, but anyways, that is a horrendous fight. At least it was for me back then. A month and a half later, I had my legendary title, which means, for some of you, that I went through all 8 of the storylines, 8 classes, and went through at least chapter 3 with all 8 of them. So about a month and a half, I got that. This may not seem much or really have any significance to anybody else, but these are the SWORTOR moments that I think I'll always remember with a smile. It's something that I still remember. If someone were to ask me, "Oh my God, what was the worst fight you ever encountered?" I'm going to tell you it was that freaking Valen fight. No lie. But anyways, having said that, while maybe this isn't one of you guys' favorite game, I got to tell you it's mine for now. And I'll do whatever it takes to keep the magic of what I felt going through each of the storylines, as well as kind of the family-based atmosphere that this community has given me, alive. And that is something I'm very big on. I'm very thankful for the people I've met in this game, whether it's been through this game or through streaming and such. And I really would like to continue inspiring and hopefully impacting people's lives along this exciting journey. Now, Filter and I decided to collaborate because we both believe in supporting the community. We genuinely care about making a difference in someone's life. We believe that if you support someone, you give them the strength to fight another day, whether that's accomplishing a simple task or accomplishing major goals. Now, we don't believe in toxicity and work very hard not to have that type of drama in either my Discord or our streams. As some of you know, we are only interested in making sure that the people around us feel like they're not alone. We don't do the things we do for any special title, recognition, or even really pats on the back. We do this because we hope that by enriching someone's life, they will pay it forward. So it's not about what are we going to get out of it or what can you give back to us. We would like you to pay it forward. Um, what it does, it spreads the good feels that we get every day that we get from interacting with you, whether it be in somebody else's stream, whether it be in our own streams, whether it be in game, wherever it may be. We're hoping that the good feels that we get, you guys will get, and you can spread it along. Now, what we've decided to do is do a fundraiser once a month for a chosen recipient. And it's to help make their life a little better and relieve some of the stress or pain they're going through. We have also decided to choose a recipient who cannot afford a Sword sub, a 60-day sub at the end of the podcast. So we're going to be doing that once a month. So on the first Sunday, we are going to pick the next recipient as well as give out a 60-day Sword sub for someone who is not able to afford it. So we'll be doing that later on at the end, and you'll get to meet the person who is going to be our first recipient of the sub. Now, we get the good feels. And in doing this, we do. We get the good feels. And that's how, why, and how, I guess, how we come about, I guess, doing a lot of things that we do every day. And, that basically is what life's all about, right? Feeling good that you can impact someone's life with a simple compliment or a gesture. Now, so without further ado, let me introduce our first interviewee. She is a fellow streamer of mine. I was very, very, very blessed to have come across and meet her, and I've known her for maybe a few months now, right, Crispy?
Yeah.
So this is Crispy Rose. Can I get a shout out for Crispy Rose real quick, please? So Crispy, introduce yourself to everyone. There might be people in here that don't know about you.
Hi guys, I am Crispy Rose, and I have known Naomi for a few months, and she is pretty awesome and so supportive. I've never met anyone more like her. She's like totally awesome. And then, what else do you want me to say?
Well, just introducing yourself, actually. Just telling us a little bit about Crispy Rose. But I can go ahead and ask you some questions, too.
Yeah.
I wrote down some questions. I was prepared. Um, I think I'm going to pass off between Filter and I, and then I'll be interviewing my partner in crime, Filter, a little bit later. But here's the first question. So, how long have you been playing SWTOR? And how did you find out about the game?
My mom and stepdad actually been playing since beta, and I've been watching over their shoulder. At first I did not like the game. I was like really young when they started playing, so I wasn't all interested in it at all. Then I got into Galactic Starfighter, and that is when I started playing. So that was in actually July 6th, 2014. So that was 5 years ago when I started playing the game. So it's through my mom and stepdad.
Wow, that's actually a very long time. Okay, Filter, do you want to go ahead?
Oh, me? Oh, okay. So, Crispy, I just want to ask you here, what other games do you like to play?
I like to play Overwatch. Actually, a Mandalorian gave it to me as a Christmas gift, and I've been playing it since then. and I also like to play WoW when I get the chance.
Nice. So do you have any other interests outside of gaming? Like, do you have other hobbies that you do, or what do you like to do when you're not, I guess, playing Sword Tour or playing Overwatch?
I am a bowler, so I go bowling a lot. I try to do it once a week with my dad. I am in a league with him, so that is pretty fun. Then I also like to binge watch a lot of shows, and I have four dogs, three cats, and one guinea pig. So my pets keep me busy, and I like to color and listen to music.
Now, I
Filter.
just want to ask you here. I'm getting into it. Calm down. I just want to ask you here. Do you work or you go to school?
I go to school, but not right now because we got a little money situation with that, so I had to skip out this semester.
But you do it like every like other semester or like every semester. Do you have
Uh, every semester.
any type of degree you're working for?
I want to go for nursing, but I'm starting to change that. I took a psychology class, and I am starting to like psychology way more than nursing because it is more interesting. You get to like learn about like the human body and like all different types of stuff. It's pretty interesting.
And how long have you been streaming? Or do you only stream Sword Tour? Like, I mean, I guess.
I started in 2016. I wasn't really big into it at all. I streamed like only GSF matches here and there. Then I recently started in August of 2018, and since then I've been streaming a lot more. And I tried to stream Overwatch, but my Streamlabs gets all buggy, so for now I'm streaming Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah, because when I watch you play, I'm like, okay, it's because I've seen you play before, and I'm like, man, it's just so a little bit laggy. I'm like, what's
Yeah.
up?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm glad you're playing that there. About how many hours would you say that you play Sword Tour?
Um, I will say I've recently gotten like burnt out of games, so I play only for raid time. Then sometimes PvP I'll say about 4 hours a night maybe or so.
And that's just like just you streaming it as well as you playing it.
Yes.
And,
What would you,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
hey, I like to ask questions. Just saying.
No, go, go, go.
What would you say would be your favorite like say activity in Sword Tour? Do you mainly like just PvE, operations, PvP? What would you say is like what do you like?
I like to PvP and do hard mode operations. Recently, I am put on a nightmare team, so I'm starting to get more into the nightmare.
So you're gonna be going like are you gonna do the eventual the Nim God Master Mode one?
Oh goodness. Eventually, yes, I still need to do hard mode of that. I have not done hard mode Valley of the Machine Gun.
Because there's a lot of us here. I can speak for some of us here, like Sir Galahad and myself, that really want to get into those operations. So we want to make sure that we know of the people that can really help us out with that.
Oh yeah, with story mode, I can definitely help. With hard mode, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I got Isaac's down yesterday. I was so excited. First time. We've always stopped right at Isaac's because by the time we got there, so it was really exciting for me to see that fight. And actually, I survived it, so I didn't die at all. And it was a one-time thing. We went in there, boom, pulled the boss, boom, done, and it just went really smooth. So yeah, definitely, definitely was very happy about that. Now, are there any changes or recommendations you'd like to see in the game? And especially since you've been playing for like 5 years, I mean, I'm sure you've seen a lot of changes along the way already. But is there anything that you think that you'd like to see as far as
Um,
changes?
For changes, I guess that the devs maybe should put like not like a event, but like all of us where all of us Star Wars people can like get the chance to meet one another or like even get to know one another, like get closer together as a community. And then, but for sure, more operations for like more of the PvEers because I know that I've done like the hard mode stuff like all the time, and it would be nice to definitely see more operations, more challenging.
Would you say like not? Because I know it seems like for me, from what I've seen, it's like maybe one operation every like year. Do you want to see that maybe like two or three? Like maybe with every patch they come out, they have an operation there, not just like, oh, we'll do an operation, but it's gonna be one boss. That's gonna be your operation for the time being. Do you want like
I
a full
would,
complete one?
yes, for sure. I would probably say is it 4 seasons? So, like, every season, maybe do like something with like winter or like one with fall and like all the seasons.
Because I think operations is pretty cool. Like I don't know any of the operations in general. I mean, I've shown my tab in general about how many operations I've done, but it just seems like there's a very small minority with that. So I mean, I think that would be a great idea.
And then I know for sure that I want to try to help other people with operations, either story mode or hard mode. Try to like get them more involved with the operation.
Now I know that my guild is going to be starting a prog team, right? And we're going to start off with hard mode ops. And I think even if someone, I guess, has never done the op before, I think with direction, I think it should be fine, especially with the gearing now, right? So if you're interested in maybe heading something like that,
Yes,
definitely
for
talk to
sure.
TPM because I know he was talking about doing that. And I'm pretty certain Filter, as well as myself, would love to join. I mean, there's a lot of ops that I have not done. I don't know if I've done them all in hard mode yet, but I mean, there's definitely yeah, there actually is quite a few that I have not done. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely talk to TPM. He's not here right now. It's actually his day off from modding for all the
Ooh.
channels that he does. But yeah, so I mean, I'd be down for that, wouldn't you, Filter? Having Crispy lead us to victory,
To
Yes.
victory.
to
To
victory.
victory.
Isaac on the ground, and us alive. Well, no, I guess that would be the healer's responsibility, right? So, since it's the new year, what are you wanting to accomplish this year? And that you weren't able to maybe perhaps last year? Or are there any new goals that you want for yourself? It does not necessarily need to be in game.
I've been thinking since August I haven't really met much streamers. I know for sure that I want to get like more involved with the community and definitely make a lot more friends. And then do more sub goals and stuff like that. Need to think of ideas with that. Then accomplishments is since I'm a bowler, I eventually want to get a 300 game and get like a higher average in bowling. Because right now I'm sitting at a 182.
That's better than me though. So
Yeah, everybody knows I don't do well with balls. So, yeah, much better than I would do bowling.
what streamers have you not met that you would want to meet?
um, I know I met a lot of Star Wars streamers. I am in a community called Thick Chick Gaming, and I plan on to visiting more of them. Get more involved with the girl streamers. No offense, guys, but get involved like them and get to know all the girls who stream. Because us girls gotta stick together.
Well, I'm offended, as I said in Nami's chat. So you know, and that's thick THICC, right? Just want to make sure.
Yes. Yes.
And how many members do you actually have in the their thick chick or the?
Actually, there is like
Oh,
over like, is there
disappeared.
500?
Disappeared in Nami's stream.
There's a lot of people who are in that community who is amazing. I want to say over 500.
Something happened with your internet there. You cut out on Nami's stream.
Oh,
Yeah. Technical difficulties. Take a 5 minute.
oh, I
That's
forgot I was sitting for too long and
oh,
I just got booted.
no, that happened. I was like, yeah, oh, there you are. You're back. Okay, cool. Thought your internet maybe cut out.
Oh
Go ahead.
no,
Sorry.
it was just because I was AFKing from keep.
Yep. Now she's back. Sweet. So with Thick Chick Gaming, would Nami be able to be in that too?
Yes,
If I wear a dress like some people suggested, can I join it too?
there is actually a guy community in there, so yes, you can join.
Thick Guy Gaming?
Um, no, it's with the you would be a supporter, I think.
Well, I just want to make sure, if I could join, that'd be great there. But hey, man, that sounds like a great idea there. We'd love to have, we'd love to be more supportive of the community. I know that's one thing I want to do there, so I definitely want to see about helping you out and helping else out. So
Cause the community shows so much support, so I want to be able to pay back all the support that they've given me.
I think that's a definite goal there. How many streamers have you met so far that are of like-minded of that? Is everyone that you met so far like the same mindset as you that wants to make it better?
I have probably met. I know I met NamiGal, Amanda, Fenwin, like all the people who play Star Wars. Uh, but yeah, there's a lot of people who want to get better, and I want to try helping them get better as they show support. And it's just all about support that you all give and getting to know one another.
What do you see yourself doing, like with because I know you said you want to get more involved with the community, which is obviously a great goal to have there. What do you see yourself doing within the community, like hosting events, that sort of thing, for example?
I do want to host events. That way we can all get together, have fun, maybe like stream different types of games, maybe like marbles on stream. That way you can interact with the viewers, and golf on stream is with the viewers too, but you have to download the game. But definitely do more games with like more viewers and having us all play together.
'Cause I think everyone here in your stream and in Nami's stream agree that big Soul Tour community event was really good, and that people are
Yes.
just not saying like let's not have it once a month type thing. Let's go ahead and get together and go ahead and bring some fellow streamers who don't mind. Like let's figure out a specific day that works best for everyone. I know the weekend is usually that kind of day, but that's kind of also relaxation day. But I'd be down to help you out, like plan an event, or just get with you or get with fellow streamers there and just plan something out. That'd be great.
As I was said it in Nami's Discord, maybe have like someone else like try hosting it. That way it isn't all on Nami, and that way we can all like try helping the community get together. But yeah, that is definitely a good idea to do that.
Yeah, I mean that event was kind of getting whoever wanted to participate pretty much just in together playing, getting to know one another. But it was just the starting. It's a stepping stone. I was
Oh yeah.
hoping that people would start to spark up new events, new ideas of how we can, you know, I guess support one another. Um,
Oh yes.
Now, I know you were talking. You brought up a few people's names, some of your fellow streamers, but in this community, who would you say you've been inspired by? And if so, how did they inspire you?
I will definitely say you, NamiGal. You show. Like you are always happy. That is like really good, and you just like show so much love to people, and that is what I like to do. And so I can totally relate to you, NamiGal, showing support, showing love, and just like caring about the viewers.
Now, is there anybody that you know you've inspired?
Um, actually, I recently met him like almost a week ago. I will say Gallery Goo. I helped him with his stream and I hosted him with like 20 viewers, so he was extremely happy. I had to help him with his music level and getting his stream to be centered because it was way off. And he said that he really appreciated all the help that I have given him.
Nice. Paying it forward. And thank you so much for that kind compliment and words. Crispy, you're adorable.
You're welcome.
Now, is there anything you feel you could do to make this community even better than what it is currently?
I would say definitely keep up with the events, getting the viewers involved, like join in on operations or have them like join in for PvP. Definitely keep up the events. That way we can all show support to it.
That's kind of what it's all about. Not making the work hard by just one person having to do it all alone. Now, we're going to go and get into the reason why you're here with us today. Now, I want you to feel completely at ease, okay? So tell everyone what you're comfortable in talking about, why we're running this fundraiser for you this month. And also, is there anything you'd like to say to anyone out there listening?
The reason why they chose me is because lately I have been having problems with my teeth, and I recently actually had a breakdown on stream because of the pain. I could not eat at all for 3 days straight because of it, and they are here helping me to get better. That way, I can learn from this mistake and move on. And I want to thank you guys with all the support that you have given me and helping me, talking with me, and just showing the support that y'all will give. And this community is really awesome. I never thought I would never meet a community so awesome that I just never thought I would like be here today. Because I wasn't like trying to push affiliate at all. I wasn't whole big into it. And then I started seeing more streamers, and that has helped me get to where I am today. And thank you all. And my little catchphrase is May the roses be with
Oh, I know I love your emote.
you.
It's so cute. I send it all over the place. Love it. So we are going to be helping Rose, Crispy Rose. She's our first recipient, and Filter and I agreed that it would be a $300 cap. So anything above and beyond 300 will actually be directed. Once we hit 300, we are going to then stop the fundraiser at that point. We'll get Crispy back in on one of my streams, whatever day that happens. If it happens today, then it'll be later today. My PayPal has been zeroed out, so any donations that anybody feels like giving or can will be going into, you can hit the donate button underneath my stream. It's kind of like what we did for Rocky, if any of you guys were here for the Rocky story. And then what we'll do is I will go ahead and get Crispy into stream and we will transfer everything over to her. And then, like I said, if anybody wants to continue on with that, they can go to Crispy's stream. And Crispy has a donate button there as well. Now, the reason why we decided to go through my donate button, kind of filter it through, is because we kind of wanted to have an accounting, Filter and I, to see, like, what have we been able to do? You know, how we've been able to impact the community with whatever it may be that they need help with. And so it was just kind of nice accounting to know, you know, what was done. You can't leave it to my memory. I'm going to forget. So we decided to do this kind of in this format. And every month we're going to pick another recipient. So because we're already at the middle of January, we've decided that the first Sunday of February we will be interviewing the recipient that's our February recipient, I guess. So it's actually going to come up pretty quick. So I'm going to let the fundraiser go for a week. If we hit the goal prior to the week ending, then we are going to go ahead and end it at that point. So, gosh, I hope everything works out with your mouth. It
Yes.
hurts. It hurts, I know, because I just had to go to the dentist because of my gum. So I know how. Oh my gosh, I know how it feels. It's bad.
Oh yeah.
Drugs. It's all drugs. So filters. Any other questions that you'd like to ask, Crispy Rose?
Hmm. Any other questions here? One thing I maybe I didn't hear, maybe I missed there. What would you say is your proudest accomplishment in sport, or just any Indian game in general that you recall that was like, yeah, I worked hard at it, I did it. What would you say that is for you?
I like to work on achievements. I am definitely a achievement whore. That is what you would say.
Oh, let me
Uh,
check how much you got there.
I am exactly at 47,300 out of 68,206. So I was definitely say my achievements is what I am most proud of that I've accomplished in the game, and plan on working on more throughout this year. Definitely more.
Yeah, like you did all the master modes. Like I don't even attempt to do those. I was just happy I got through the story. Like for the Fallen Empire.
See, you're inspiring Filter to go do some achievements. I just want to interject really quick. Thank you so much, Sir Galahard. Sir Galahard donated $30 to you, Crispy.
Oh, thank you, Sir Galahad. I
Can,
love your face.
can we also do a shout out for Sir Galahard? We will be seeing him and interviewing him in the future. So, wonderful guy. Thank you so much for being supportive, as usual. And look at Muscleman. Muscleman's already got the sword out, Sir Galahard's emote. So, thank you so much for that, Galahard. You're awesome. So, is there anything else you'd like to say to anybody out there, Rose?
Kind word.
Um, yes, definitely thank you for all the support. Never would have been here without all the support that you've given me, and I have met so many streamers, and they are all willing to help, which is definitely a good thing. Just thank you for all the support. Wouldn't never be here without you guys. And thank you, NamiGal and Infiltration, for letting me be here today and helping.
Definitely have loved having you on here, so that's always a plus. And just wanted to get to know you more, as well as other people who may not have known you. Just wanted to get to know you more as well. So it's always a pleasure having, just a pleasure knowing you, Jen.
It is. This idea of getting to know another Star Wars streamer and Star Wars people is definitely awesome. Gives them a chance to hear us and answer the questions that they've been wanting to ask, and you get to hear it from ourselves.
Well, I definitely can't think of a better first interviewee than you, Crispy. You're adorable.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I was so excited to bringing you in here, and I'm very excited to hopefully we can reach that donation goal for you, and we can get you back in here and transfer you the donations. So, yes, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Actually, Duck Sauce just donated $5.
Oh, thank you, Duck Sauce. Love your face.
Can we also get a shout out for Duck Sauce as well? Thank you very much, Ducky. I call him Ducky. But yeah, that Duck Sauce, also a relatively new streamer as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the donations already. Like I said, this is going to be going on through next Saturday. And then I'm going to just shut it down at that point. So if you want to donate, hit the donate button and it will be going for Crispy Rose, our little cutie over there. He's going to teach us how to kill some bosses over there and some ops, hopefully in the future.
Definitely looking forward to that.
I know. So you're more than welcome to stay if you want and
Yeah.
listen to now Filter being on the hotspot.
I
Hey,
don't like being on a hotspot, guys. I'm retiring now.
oh my gosh, I've been hearing the retired part for so long. It's like goes in one ear out the other. But yes, Filter. Tell everybody who is Filter.
Filter is air and I filter air and water. That's it.
Oh my God. Okay, well that thank you for being here for the interview. Thank God we had Crispy here.
Yep.
Oh,
I
Doug said,
filter
what about a coffee filter?
I filter air, water, and ecstasy. That's all you need to know. I don't do coffee. No, just jokes aside there. So my name is Infiltration. I've been known by many. Well, I've been actually given different names since I've gifted a lot of different subs to people. I think I'm in the range of like 700 to 800 over a course of like 10, 15 different channels there. So I'm known as Infiltration, Infiltration10. I'm known as Filter, Infil, Sortor Santa, Santa, Beast from the East. But I mean, if we want to be more personal, my name is Damien, and I'm born and raised in San Diego. Currently live in Indianapolis. I'm a SoCal guy. Didn't know so many people lived in SoCal until I left. So that being like Sir Galahad and whatnot there, just as an example there. But about a little bit about me, I just love to support the community. I got into the game, I think, in 2014, so I'm no way a founder, but I got into the game, and I love the game ever since. My brother actually got me into the game. The only reason I didn't play it sooner was just because when you're playing World of Warcraft in the game, to me, it was at its peak amidst the Pandaria. But after getting my WoW, was it addiction over with, I came back to SWTOR a little bit there, and just I fell in love with the game. I mean, the game is really great. Um, I just love playing it. I love interacting with people. Like with Nami there, I know she had some inspirations. My only inspiration was just playing with my brother and us bonding. The unfortunate part is when he left, I was kind of just on my own. I played quite a bit. I was more so a Sith Warrior fan. So as always, I did I think 2 or 3 stories of Sith Warrior, but I was just pretty much on my own. I didn't have anybody there, and so it was just kind of a sad time that I was like, well, I'm playing a game that usually you play with people, so. But I strived, I got better. I eventually, rose up. I met some great people, got into some streams, uh, but I've been enjoying it ever since. And I just want to tell people who enter SWTOR, or maybe want to continue playing SWTOR, is just don't give up. Just keep striving through. Um, there are people that want to help out, like myself. I want to help out the community as a whole. I want to be a part of everything in general instead of just being a follower, someone who just is in the channels there. I want to take a more of approach where I can enter the community. I can host events. Maybe Crispy and I can just, or maybe not maybe, but will like collaborate, just host some events there, because you don't need a big audience to go and host events. You just pull the people that you want, or the people that want to help out, get everything put together, figure out a time and place, and just make it happen. We don't have to have a community event where it's once a month. We can have events here and there planned out, as long as we have this coordination and we can get everything together there. So, but as far as my goals for everything there, I would just want to be more part of the community. I want to host certain things. I want to help out other people as I continue to do. And I will let people know I do cut back. My wife actually caught me gifting a sub. She's like, "How many did you gift?" And I told her one. I didn't really tell her. I gifted over like 700, so you can see how much that would be. With because gifting subs is like about $24.95 for 5, and then $49.95 for 10. So it is quite costly there, especially when with the money I do have. And I know people have been asking me about how much in general, like the money, like I'm not rich. I don't. Me and Rome Gist will joke like, oh yeah, we work in the meth or the crack market, whatever, and we get all that money. But I just want to be a little bit more personal, a little bit more deep with everything. There is that the unfortunate part about how I got my money was not me working hard, me saving up, and then all of a sudden I just have spare change there. So I know Nami, you wanted me to, leave it up to my comfort level to discuss this, but since I'm just being personable with people, my father unfortunately passed away due to a heart attack, and so with that being said, I inherited money from his estate. I got the sum of it was divided up between 3 people: my brother, my sister, and myself. So we got just a sum of $60,000, which to me is like, I mean, I hit the jackpot, so to speak, but I did so at the unfortunacy of losing someone that I do care about. So I mean, I do, for people that never had a dad, I do apologize to hear about that. But I'm 30 years old. My dad passed away about almost, it'll be 2 years coming in June. So the worst part about it is that he retired. His birthday was June 2nd, retired 8 days late, had been retired for 8 days, died on June 10th. So the whole month of June for me, if I seem a little bit moody when June comes, it's just when Father's Day comes around, it's that time of the month where I'm just like, great, advertise the fact that it's Father's Day and I don't have a father figure. So, I mean, I'm just letting people know. I mean, I'm not super rich or anything like that, but I just figured I do want to give back to the community as best as I can. So that's just a little bit about where my money came from. I still have some of it left, but obviously I need to cut back on those things there. But I definitely want to help you guys out as much as possible there. So, I mean, if you guys have questions, you guys want to talk about anything, I'm here. I'm a good listener. I'm part of, also having a job that in the insurance business, you have to be a good listener, right? You have to be listening to people's issues in general about why they crashed their car and how, stupid they were for crashing it or not patient there. So I just want to give you guys just a little bit of background about me, about, I try to keep the mystique of me just kind of personal there until somebody asks me something, but that's just me. Infiltration.
An awesome man. I'm so, 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 so fortunate to have you next to me on this panel, and hopefully we can do some good things in the future. And it doesn't have to take money. You can show support in so many different ways. I know that I'm not able to do as much as Filter monetarily, but I try to be there as much as I can for people, whether it's to lend an ear or help them with something in game or even outside of game. I think for Filter and I mean, I'm speaking for both of us, but I think we take, you know, people say, well, it's only the internet. You just met them only online. And, it kind of triggers me a little bit. I'm like, wait, what do you mean you can't get personal? I mean, sometimes for some people, the internet's all they have. They're not able to physically go out. And the what you need to be is personal. Be yourself. Obviously, divulge what makes you feel comfortable, right? You don't want to feel uncomfortable. Tell your whole life story to everybody. I mean, you should write a book for that. But I mean, be personable with each other. Care about their feelings. And they will do the same. You will get it back tenfold. So, yeah. So, Filterino, what are you looking for as far as, is there any changes you want in the game?
Um, when I see SWTOR as a whole, I mean, there's always the changes of like, oh, this nerf this class to the ground or this and that. But as far as changes, I mean, I can't really say too much. I'm not I'm just thankful that I'm able to play the game, if that makes any sense, because changes to me would just be like, well, I think if we were to go in the aspect of PvP, I know that's always a sensitive topic for those people that are just diehard PvPers that are just like, oh, get those PvEers out of there, blah 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 blah. But for me, I can't stand to do PvP anymore. It's just I don't know what it is about it. Maybe just certain classes need to be changed or whatnot there, but just I think that's just in general changes. I can't think of any class changes there, but and I feel like in general, I know people who have played classes. Like when I saw the tanks, when I was a tank before 5.0, I was enjoying it, and then all of a sudden, because due to PvP, and a lot of people will, I think would agree with me on that extent. There is that PvP changes affect PvE. PvE changes, as far as just class changes affect PvP. So I feel like they need to somehow make it so, like, the changes in the changes only affect PvP changes, like with skank tanking. Like let it be like only affect PvP for those people who want to do it, because the tanks in general got nerfed. I mean, yeah, their threat generation, for example, increased, but it's just they need to make, if they're going to see a problem with PvP, just make changes specifically to PvP, and then leave the PvE aspect of it alone. That way, other people can enjoy tanks and not be like, oh great, my tank got nerfed to the ground because PvPers did something to it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
So what is something that you'd like to see yourself doing more? So I guess now in SWTOR, would it be being able to do more ops? So I know you had mentioned that to me, but I mean, what would you like to start doing more of? I guess.
So what I like to start doing there, and I mentioned it to Sir Galahad, I mentioned that to um, my buddy Wraith Red, Forest Reset. So I mean, what I was thinking of doing there, and I shared this, and this was just an idea that I wanted to evolve. So with that being said, there I wanted to see about it started off with the idea of me, Wraith Red 5, who's also a fellow streamer, and my buddy Forest Reset, who also streams, wanted to go ahead and do story mode operations there. Now, I mean, obviously, we'd want the people that know how to do story mode operations to go ahead and guide us, not get mad at us if we don't perform up to expectations, because this game is for fun. It's not for like the simple fact of like I'm gonna go ahead and rage at you for this and that, and it's like I already got enough of that from the PvP aspect. I don't want it in the nim, the nim aspect there. So what we want to do is just do some story mode operations, get used to it all, potentially join up with other people and start doing operations, because we look at operations, we're like, man, this is fun. Like we would love to do it. We see Fenwin always doing the nim raids. We see we see Crispy doing the raids or the operations, and then we see Lady Rand doing the operations. So, like we want to be a part of that too, instead of just doing flashpoints all the time, because those are easy. Those are no problem. Master mode, flashpoints, veteran flashpoints, whatever. So that's what we want to do. And then I started to expand it, and then that's when I asked Sir Galahad. I was like, hey, dude, do you want to do some operations there? And he was totally on board with it. So at this point, we just need to find a day at this point to see about all this coming together, whether it be a community event or a an event where just 8 people. We'll just put in there, hey, we're streaming this operations, come join us. You're welcome to join in. We just want to make it like a community thing, where, because I know if we were to join a regular operations through Finder, I think, and this is just me, maybe like 7 or 8 times out of 10, they're toxic people that kick you out because you're not performing up to standards there. But we want to make it more fun, more personable, more community oriented. Whereas if you want to help out and help out some newbies that maybe just haven't done it in a while or have done it ever, you should give us whispers, see about coming up with a day that we can do this, and let's just go ahead and do it. Let's just make it fun and not make it so frustrating there. Because when we did the big SWTOR community event, I mean, like I think on Starforge we got through it just fine. I don't think we had a single reset on the boss, and I was like, wow. For people that like myself have never done raids, and I'm doing a 16-man story, man, and we got through that relatively easy. Imagine what we can do with like that almost every single week. I think that would be amazing to do.
Count me in. I want to come in. I want to do it. It's fun. I love ops, actually. I really do. So yeah, I mean that's something that maybe you guys can figure out. I know for here we're doing a prog team. Uh, TPM again, who it's his day off. He's doing stuff in real life. He's going to be scheduling something on Friday evening. So if you guys want to join, just let me know. It's going to be a prog team. Again, we're going to start on hard mode, but it's going to be, again, a prog team. If it takes us 2 weeks to get through something, then it does. We're not going to get upset about it. We're just going to have fun. And really really that's all it is, right? You want to have fun with people around you. So, yes, definitely. Now, is there anything you want to add, Filter, that you'd like people to know about you, whether it's game wise or even personal stuff? Is there anything that you'd like to share that maybe has not been covered in a question?
Just from looking back at what you asked Crispy and whatnot there, I will say this just to kind of go this here is that I have been playing other games in general. I have, if you saw part of my stream last night, I was playing Overwatch there. Me was Crispy, myself, Mr. Frosty, Unfath, Derp, and then also Siathemir joined us as well. So I mean, it was great. It was just fun where we weren't. I mean, there are a lot of people that were just, there's some toxic people that we encountered there along the way. But I mean, we had a good time. We're not trying to say that we're good just because we grouped together. Um, Amanda was a chicken and didn't want to fight us. Just shots fired. So, um, but yeah, I like to play Overwatch there, and I think it was my third day of playing Overwatch there, and I'm decent at the game. I'm not in no means good at the game, but when Amanda said you should come join us, and that's when I joined actually the Team B42, which is a team I'm a part of now, which is great. But I played it on my second night, and it was a fun experience. I mean, Overwatch is pretty good. I do play League of Legends, but not in a way where if you were to tell me, hey, League of Legends, did you see this new hero? I'm like, no, I haven't even updated the game yet. But I used to play League of Legends on Crispy. You might want to relog back in. Just logged out. But I play League of Legends, but I only play with bots. I don't like to play competitive or ranked or anything like that. I feel like if I'm gonna play a game, I'm gonna enjoy it, even if it's just against bots. So other games I play, and I do have this on my stream or on my panels list, which I finally updated, thank God, because it was like forever that I had to look at something that was so bare minimum. So, but I like to play Dragon Age. All the games there, like Dragon Age Inquisition, Dragon Age 1 and 2, Dragon Age Origins, basically. I do like to play StarCraft. If Nami doesn't get motion sickness, we can play Wildlands. And then I also play. I have a tune on there, not like a hardcore tune, but I have Diablo 3. If anybody plays Diablo 3, I have a was it Voodoo Witch Doctor, whatever, with all the pets. I'm a pet guy. So I mean, if anybody wants to play, so I love to play Diablo 3.
I have it.
You have it?
I have Diablo 3, and you did play League of Legends with me. We played together.
Oh yeah, but we played against bots, so I mean, it was competitive bot play.
There you go. But it was you and me against 5 bots. Come on now. Come on. We rolled them, so we got their Nexus down. We got their Nexus down before them. And I do play Diablo 3. I haven't played it ever since I started playing Star Wars, but yes. I do have, actually, the Witch Doctor, too. I have every class. Or quite a bit of the classes, I should say. Another Altaholic thing. But yeah, I'm down to play with you, Filter. We got to do it.
I have Diablo 3 too.
There you go. See, had we not done this interview, this probably would never have came out.
Yeah, I mean, if we're all down to play some Diablo 3, I'm not like I've seen people like shoot like 6.3 million. I'm just like I'm not that hardcore into it. I was just playing it just because my buddy was into it. But I mean, I have a level 70 character that whatever, so that I love to go around and just kill stuff with. So if you're down, I'm down to do it as well. I mean, it's just I want to take a break from SWTOR. I mean, I thought it was the only game that I enjoy playing. I do love to play it, but there's other games like Overwatch which, if you play with friends, obviously it's a lot better than playing by yourself. Or with Diablo 3, play it with friends, not by yourself. So I just want to get in the mentality of like I want to play with friends, not by myself.
Absolutely. I mean, that's most, in my opinion, that's most of the fun. Like even if you go to PvP, I mean, I don't like to solo queue it. I'd rather have someone else with me. It's just fun to play with people. That's why we go and play games that are MMOs where you are interacting with other people. Otherwise, we'd be playing solitaire. But yeah, so thank you, you two, for being
You're
here.
welcome.
I can't, yeah, like I said, I can't even think of any better two individuals to interview on the very first podcast. Again, I know that Ducky donated to you as well. Did I mention that? Mr. Frosty did as well. So thank you guys for the donations for Crispy. We'll be running this again through the end through Saturday, I should say. Unless we hit the goal ahead of time, then we are going to end it sooner. Um, what I'd like to do is, I think I mentioned this earlier in the podcast. I said that we will be choosing one individual every month to give a 60-day sub to, a Swartor sub to. So the person we will be giving that out to is a wonderful player, actually. I'm hoping to get them into Artie, if you can please get into my channel. Let's see if I can get him in my channel. So you guys can meet Artie. Artie,
Yay!
yeah, if you guys don't know, let me send him a message. Can you get it in my disc now?
I actually don't know Artie.
Artie, I used to stream for the Nothing Personal dueling tournament. They took a kind of a hiatus during the holidays. One of uh, the I guess hosts lives in Germany and is in the military, so things were getting really, I think, hectic for him just around the holidays. And he's in Germany, like I said, so time schedules, frames, and everything. So I think they were going to get back to it after the first of the year. I haven't really spoken to them though. I've been busy myself. So here is Artie. I'm going to bring Artie in, and he can tell you a little bit about him. Hi, Artie.
Hello, Artie.
Hello.
How are you?
I I'm doing great actually.
I'm sorry, you cut off right there. You're having a what?
I'm having a great day. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
good,
doing
good, good. Yeah, Artie contacted me about, he wasn't able to have a sub, and was there anything that perhaps we could do? And lo and behold, it sparked up what Filter and I were going to do. So we decided we were going to pick Artie as our first recipient of a Swartor sub. So you could be out there kicking butt on. Are you still doing ranked?
I do plan to do it this season. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Artie was. Were you? I think he was the fourth. Were you the fourth Guardian or Jug? Fourth Jug.
Guardian.
Guardian. Okay, he was the number 4 Guardian, right? I think it is.
Yeah.
Last season, right?
Yeah. Season 9.
Season 9. So, oh my gosh, all these people that play really good. I don't like to play Guardians or Juggernauts in front of people that are really good. It makes me feel like they're watching me all and noting down everything that I do wrong. Like I was playing yesterday with Valek, and I was playing on a Juggernaut, and Cease was also on the team, and I felt like, oh my god, I've got eyes on the left and the right of me, and they play. I totally forgot because I remember seeing Valek on his Guardian at the dueling tournament, and I'm like, oh my god, crap, I forgot you do play a Jug, and I was like, now I feel bad. I probably play horrible, but anyways, yes. So congrats to you, Artie, for the sub. I am
Yes,
going to give you actually the code right now before I forget about it.
Do it over stream so we can all hear.
congratulations.
with the code.
Thanks. I'm very grateful. I really do appreciate it.
Um, Actually, I'll give you the code in a Discord message. Does that sound good?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, because it's been a long podcast. Actually, it's been an hour, so it actually hasn't been too bad. Now that I think about it, because I think we started off a little bit late. So yes, I am so happy that you guys met here. Met up with one another here. You've got the recipient Crispy. Hopefully, you're following Crispy Rose. You should. Can we get a shout out for Crispy, please? For any of you guys who are not following him. And also a shout out for Infiltration 10.
By the way, I'm letting you know right now, I don't like him.
Huh? You don't like
I
Artie?
don't like that. No, not Artie. I don't like these town Starforge. Timed him out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I didn't even know what was going on. I was like, wait, you don't like Artie? Why? Artie's adorable. But, anyways, I am going to say thank you all for being here. Thank you for our very first podcast. And we have two individuals that are going to be joining us next week. We have currently JT from All Access as well as Aquila. So I don't know if, I'm sure you guys all know of Aquila. Can we do a shout out for Aquila? Actually, it's Aquila DB. And also, if we can get a shout out for All Access.
I actually don't know. Oh wait, yes I do. All Access. I remember him now. Okay, it's okay.
Wonderful guy. I am so excited. Peter the Cellcath. Look at this. Peter, my man. Donated to you as well, Crispy.
Oh, thank you, Peter.
Yes. And can we get a shout out for Peter too as well? If you guys aren't watching or not following Peter, you need to be following him as well. He's a BioWare influencer, and like I do for every BioWare influencer that I know, and they're in my stream, I direct if you have any complaints, send it to them. Peter's like, gee, thanks. Thank you so much, Peter, for being here. I know that it's kind of late for you, and you were working all day long. Hope you had a good stream earlier as well. Also, I am going to say, Zalt, I see you here. Are you planning on streaming? No, is it XAI? Did you change it? Well, look at all this. Good. Then what I will suggest is that you go fire up your stream right now because we're all going to your stream in a few.
Ooh, yes, I'll raid him too.
So go get started. Go do what you like to do best. Get that stream going. Info.
Wait. Who's streaming?
Zalterus is going to start streaming. He's in my chat.
Okay.
I'm going to raid him.
Okay.
Yes, and can we get a shout out for him as well, please? For some of you who may not be able to make it for the raid, but thank you so much for that.
Was that an I or
there's
an L?
an I. It's an XAI, actually. Not an L. Duck, I don't know if you know that. It looks like an L, but it's kind of a little fixed. It's actually an I, but it looks like an L. So if we could do a shout out, everything's the same except for an I. Oh, Kogas. We can do a shout out for Kogas. Now here's what I do best, which is a lot of shout outs. So I'm going to have my mod start doing that. Also shout out Ilaria just popped in. Let's go ahead and do a shout out for Jay Musselman. If you guys are not following Jay Musselman, oh my gosh. He is so supportive in this community. I mean, hands down, he is so big on support. He is everywhere. I feel like I'm stalking him sometimes. I will say to some of you streamers, if you have the time, I know that I do it. I haven't been able to as much in the last few days. It's just because I've been having a lot of problems with my gum area. So been taking medicines for that. So kind of taking a time out here and there. But if you can, uh, definitely get in and visit all the fellow streamers and just say hi to them. Even if you can't stay there, just just stop in and say hi. Ask them how they're doing. Also, can we get a shout out for Amanda? Amanda is amazing. I can foresee Amanda also being a future interviewee. Can you, Filter?
The only thing is, I don't think we. It's like she would provide the best entertainment as far as you just ask her one question, she'll go for like 10, 15 minutes. So
There we go. We only have one question to ask her then.
yeah, no, it's like just one
Easy
question, and
peasy. We ask her
you
one
let her
question
go
and
off.
boom, we've got the whole show done. I love it. That is good. Oh, look at his dang shots fired. He says I talk too much. Don't worry, Amanda. I do the same thing, so it's okay. That just means Filter doesn't have to ask you a lot of questions. So
Exactly. My job is completely different. I just say like just one thing. You know what, Amanda, love you. She'd be like, I love your face, dude. You know, she goes off. You know, I'm like, man, okay, I'm good now.
also, I think Zalt is trying. I don't know how many followers he has. Can one of my mods check his stream to see how many followers he does have? Oh, Mr. Frosty Stream. Let's get a shout out for
29.
Mr. Frosty Stream. How much?
29.
Yes, 29.
Okay. You guys got to do me a huge favor. This is a Nami favor. Okay? A Nami favor. If you care
I
about
pay it
me,
back.
what I'm going to ask is that when we go raid this man or female, don't know, we
He's
are
male.
going to hit the follow button. If you could please do that. Hit the follow button. The man is at 29. He needs 21 to hit 50. Can we please do that? I mean, it would make not only his day, but it's going to make everybody's day that we helped getting him closer, or if not, to affiliate status. So this is what the community is all about, is helping these newer streamers get to affiliate status so that, boom, they can get going. We can get their emote. Not like Infiltration, who's such a slacker, who does not have an emote yet. But, we can get these other people who actually want their emotes out there spamming around. So,
What?
please, let's go over and raid Zalterus. He is a very sweet guy. Oh my gosh, very caring. I remember when I was going to the dentist, he went and sent me a little message and said, "Oh, I hope your dentist appointment went well." Wow, is this guy on repeat or I don't know. Can we shut this guy off that's saying what in my ear? But anyways, we are going to go raid Zalt. So if you're not following him, please do me a favor. It'd make my day that we go over there and get him at least 50 follows. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for being here. I know I enjoyed myself. I don't know. I think Filter did. And I know that Krispyrose did. So, and also thank you, Artie. I will be giving you your code after I'm done here.
I really
Just-
appreciate it. Thanks.
Just letting you know, Nami, I'm not giving a donation to your cheesecake fund. Just let you know, I'm
Oh,
taking that back.
oh my God. Ouch, 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 ouch. Now that
No more
hurt.
6 days of fun for you.
That just hurt me. I could feel it right there. So stay in the channel, you guys. We're going to raid Zalt. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit that follow button if we're not. Thank you so much for being here. I am excited to see you guys next week. Filter, same thing. You're excited to see everybody next week?
Oh yeah, you know what? It's radiating off my pores there. I'd put on a webcam just to show you how excited I am.
And he's bringing cheesecake for everyone. Anyways.
I'm bringing him cheesecake for everyone.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We will talk to you later.